Hey everyone, welcome to GardenFork. Another one of our beginner beekeeping video series. We're beginning beekeepers and we're making some documentaries about our beekeeping. This is a nuke that we installed this spring. There's a video about that. There's a link below for that. This is a sugar feeder that we have put into this hive. And the first year of a beehive's life, the goal is not to make honey. The goal is to build up the colony to get them through the winter, basically. So I've been feeding these guys, girls, mainly girls, sugar syrup solution with some honey of our own honey and some essential oils. I've been alternating that.
Does it have to be their own honey or other?
It just should be honey that you have the known source, because it can have diseases in it, you know.
Oh.
So. But we're gonna just kind of open this one up and top up the sugar syrup. I thought we'd just show you guys a little bit about a beehive. So this is an empty super that holds the feeder.
Oh yeah.
This is a plastic feeder. I haven't found a sugar feeder I really like. I usually like to use the zipper plastic food bags. So we have videos about that. Again, the links are below for all these things I talk about. But this is a pretty good feeder that I've been using.
It's empty.
Yep. And there are a bunch of happy bees.
Hi, girls. Now, most of the bees are out and about on a day like today, right?
Right. So if you see here, I put in, it's just called a shim. It's a small piece of wood that allows a gap at the top of the hive. And I've put in a protein patty here. So they're eating away at the protein patty. Pretty gentle bees, it's very good. So we're just gonna do a quick eyeball check. I didn't smoke this hive. I'm not gonna go into every brood box, but I just wanna see what it looks like at the top here. I'm using a tool here to lift up this frame.
A hive tool.
It has a little J hook on the end.
I see some capped honey. Not a lot. Oh.
This is a good example of a frame that you want to see. In the corners are honey. There's some uncapped honey and nectar. And then there is brood in here. So in here are capped and uncapped brood. The uncapped brood are eggs that have just been laid or laid maybe 3 to 5 days ago. If you look really closely, maybe we'll take a photograph. There are some curled up little white larvae in the bottom of these cells. Then they are capped and they become bees after the cells are capped, and they have their growth period, I guess you'd call it. So this is a good sign. Along the bottom,
yeah,
those big cells,
yeah,
those are not queen cells, those are drones, which are male bees. They're a little bigger than the female worker bees. You need a couple drones, you need a couple guys in the hive, basically.
Not many.
Not many, because they're kind of useless except for mating.
Right.
Not going to touch that one.
No.
But you can also flip the frame like that, just to do a visual inspection. This looks very good.
Is it possible the queen is on there?
It is possible the queen is on here. I will look. The queen in this hive is marked with a blue mark. But this is good to see. If you see uncapped brood cells with larvae in the bottom, that means the queen is alive, or has it been alive in the last 3 days. So
She might be there. Can you flip it around? Let me look. They're all kind of gorging around here. But did they start gorging just because you're there and you're messing with it?
right, they're panicking because somebody opened their hive, so they think that they might have to leave the hive, so they're filling up on honey. And that's a good thing, because when they fill up on honey, they don't move very fast, so they can't sting you as easily. Again, I didn't smoke this hive. Sometimes we do smoke them. Later in the year, they get a little more ornery. So this is a good sign. I'm not going to take the whole hive apart. You do also want to just smell the hive. It should have a kind of a honey, waxy, good smell. If it has an off smell, then there might be a problem with a disease, and you want to check that out. Just a visual check. I'm not going to take the whole thing apart.
Wait, you didn't tell us how yours smells.
It smells good. They just have a nice buzz to them. That sounds kind of weird, I know, but If they're particularly agitated or have a weird, the hive just has a weird buzz to it and you don't see any newly laid eggs, that's a sign that your queen is dead. I've opened hives before and you're just kind of like, something's not right here, and you realize that the queen is dead. I really like pollen patties. You know, if you guys don't, that's fine. Let me know in the show notes, but this is a young hive and I want to get them healthy and robust.
Don't you want to brush them off?
Well, if I lay this down slowly, they'll get out of the way.
Did they get out of the way?
Yep.
Good girls.
If your smoker is going, you could smoke them and they'll get out of the way, but that just introduces some stress to the hive. So I'm going to put my little shim in, and again, sometimes they'll build up some honeycomb where the shim spacer is. That's just the risk I take, but it gives me a little space for the patties in here. So then I'm going to put my feeder tray back in. The feeder tray goes back in.
There are a lot of bees on there.
Yeah, so just you carefully slide it on and you gently move it across and they'll get out of the way. While I'm pouring the syrup into the feeder, do it quickly because the bees smell this stuff right away and they'll land in the syrup and drown, and it's a bad thing. So just do this quickly. This is a 1-to-1 sugar syrup. It's 4 pounds of sugar to 4 pints of water, and then several teaspoons of a essential oil mix that I bought online, and I'll link to that in the show notes.
He gets a lot of weird looks when he's in the grocery store and is like
buying all that sugar.
Buying this whole shelf full of sugar.
No inner cover. You don't want the bees getting into this. Strap the hive, and we're done with our midsummer inspection.
Oh, it smells good.
The essential oil is kind of like aromatherapy. It smells really good.
And no bee stings.
Not yet. Knock.
Middle.
The front entrance I have halfway covered. It's the middle of summer. When you first put the nuke in, you want to reduce it to a very small opening. It's a brand new hive. They can't protect themselves from invaders. And this way I've put tape across half the entrance, some duct tape. Always have duct tape in your beekeeping kit. And then maybe later on I'll open this up. Just kind of tell by the robustness of the hive.
It's not robust enough.
I don't know, they're still a young hive and they're not overcrowded in the entrance here.
No.
So we have more beekeeping videos. The links are right below this video. You can also check out our website, and you can sign up for our email newsletter. There's new stuff we post every week and you could get an email about it. Also check out GardenFork Radio, our iTunes podcast. Let me know your thoughts, any questions or comments below, okay?
Okay. They're mesmerizing.
Yeah.